Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going. It's so simple to be wise. Just think of something stupid to say and say the opposite. It was on my 5th birthday that Papa put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Remember, my son, if you ever need a helping hand, you'll find one at the end of your arm." The simplest toy, one which even the youngest child can operate, is called a grandparent. Somewhere on this globe, every 10 seconds, there is a woman giving birth to a child. She must be found and stopped. One of the virtues of being very young is that you don't let the facts get in the way of your imagination. Lead us not into temptation. Just tell us where it is, we'll find it. Until the great mass of the people shall be filled with the sense of responsibility for each other's welfare, social justice can never be attained. The reason grandparents and grandchildren get along so well is that they have a common enemy. You must learn from the mistakes of others. You can't possibly live long enough to make them all yourself. If you want to know how your girl will treat you after marriage, just listen to her talking to her little brother. When I was a boy, I used to do what my father wanted. Now I have to do what my boy wants. My problem is, when am I going to do what I want? We should not permit prayer to be taken out of the schools. That's the only way most of us got through. It is a terrible thing to see and have no vision. I'm going to stop putting things off, starting tomorrow. Happiness is a byproduct. You cannot pursue it by itself. Love at first sight is easy to understand. It's when two people have been looking at each other for a lifetime that it becomes a miracle. Of all the senses, sight must be the most delightful. If you die in an elevator, be sure to push the up button. Insanity is hereditary, you get it from your children. Just try to be happy. Unhappiness starts with wanting to be happier. You must pay for your sins. If you have already paid, please ignore this notice. Any beast can cry over the misfortunes of its own child. It takes a mensch to weep for others' children. The difference between keeping things clean and keeping kids clean was that things just sat still and waited for the dirt to collect. We kids were carriers. We ran a pickup and delivery service. Any beast can cry over the misfortunes of its own child. It takes a mensch to weep for others' children. What we have once enjoyed we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. I admit that. My wife is outspoken, but by whom? Life is an exciting business, and most exciting when it is lived for others. Our parents set the moral tone of the family. They expected more of some of us and less of others, but never less than they thought we were capable of.